I need to determine who you are so I can call a property owner and find out if you're allowed to be here or not.
How would you know who the property owner is?
I can call the county and find out who owns the property.
Why don't you do that?
I need to identify you first.
I'm on private property. You know what? And you're going to see me. You've just looked at my minivan. Now you're going to see me on this street, and I know you're going to give me a ticket, you dumb. You dumb. You know why I'm in this country? Because you're a mother with a gun, right? And we got to bitch up your ass because you guys can't become doctors.
This officer walked onto private property and immediately started treating a man like he needed to explain himself. Who are you? Why are you here? Do you even belong on this property? But when the man refused to surrender his identity without a legitimate reason, the officer only pushed harder. What he didn't realize was that every assumption he was making was leading him further into a confrontation he probably wished he'd never started. Because this wasn't some random trespasser, and when the officer finally discovers exactly who he's been questioning, watch how quickly the entire situation gets turned on its head.
This young gentleman, go ahead, ask the question.
Do you have permission to be on the property?
And what would you do if I don't answer that question? What did you just say? You have the right to do what?
I have the right to investigate further whether or not you belong on this property.
And how would you do that?
I would contact the property owner.
Why don't you do that?
I will.
Thank you.
But first of all, I need you to identify yourself as part of the investigation.
This is private property.
Yes, it is, and you're on it.
What's your badge number, sir?
160.
160.
Yes.
Okay, so 911 call is irrelevant because I didn't call 911. Okay?
No, it is relevant because I'm here, and now you're here, and I don't know if you have the right to be on this property. It's a house under construction. Do you belong to this house?
Why don't you call the property owner?
I need to determine who you are so I can call a property owner and find out if you're allowed to be here or not.
How would you know who the property owner is?
I can call the county and find out who owns the property.
Why don't you do that?
I need to identify you first.
I'm on private property.
Okay? And if you shouldn't be on private property, then you're trespassing.
Thank you. So why don't you determine that?
Well, I can.
There's no problem. If you call the property owner.
Okay. Well, then I need to detain you then.
The property owner, is that correct?
If you have rights to be on the property, yes.
So you're gonna first identify me.
Yes.
So you are gonna first identify me.
Yes.
Right? And then what do you plan to do? This is private property, sir. I would like you to leave.
Do you own the property?
This is private. What did you just say?
You don't own this property.
And what did you say to that answer of that question that you just answered yourself?
What?
You just answered that question yourself.
I'm not leaving the property.
You need to get off my property, sir.
What?
You need to get off my property.
No, I'm not.
You need to get off my property. You need to get off my property. Why are you not getting off my property?
51 about with one.
Let's go, bro. Let's go inside my house. Let's go inside.
That's all I needed was for you to confirm that.
And I know your bull people are going to come back here. Get the off my land.
I'm leaving.
Okay?
I just want you to understand why I got.
And I told you to get the off.
But I didn't know whether or not you belonged here, and then you verified that.
You didn't have to do that before you called.
What if it was somebody else on your property? What if it was somebody else that was on your property?
You are such a loser. Nobody gives a about you, okay? Nobody and I feel threatened. My civil rights are threatened by the state of California, by this who's Choctaw. Look at him. Look at you. I'm not calming down. You know what? And you're going to see me. You've just looked at my minivan. Now you're going to see me on this street, and I know you're going to give me a ticket, you dumb. You dumb. You know why I'm in this country? Because you're a mother with a gun, right? And we got to bitch up your ass because you guys can't become doctors. And then with that money, we buy your land back.
I don't know why.
Dumb. And I'll tell you what I'm souped up on. I'm going to go show you my van, too. Okay? So you can inspect it, okay?
So this is what?
This is the we get here.
This is the 911 call.
You should have seen my son when the Russians came on. He said, "Get off my land. It was hilarious. And the guy ran off. Yeah. All right. Now let's go inside. I'll show you why I'm so souped up. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Let's go into my van. Let's go. No, let's go. I want this on the video. No, it's gonna be hilarious. No, I'm gonna make more fun of you. Come on, let's go. You know what it is, dude? It's 500 calories of M&Ms, dude. Get the off this land. You come again, I'm calling the police. Okay. There's a man with a gun who has a right to call more white men with a gun on land that has been seceded from this great state of California. This is our Das Acre stand, and this mother gonna get off. Okay? Sayonara.
The irony couldn't be much better. The officer came onto this man's property, questioned whether he belonged there, and treated him like he needed to prove himself, only to discover he was dealing with the homeowner the entire time. This is exactly what happens when an investigation starts with assumptions instead of facts. A badge gives an officer authority to investigate within the law. It doesn't make every suspicion automatically true, and citizens shouldn't have to prove their innocence simply because an officer hasn't verified the facts yet.